Be ready. Start. Unlike natural calamities that are beyond human control, avoidable disasters resulting from human error stroke negligence prove more tragic and completely imbalance the intergenerational equity and cause irretrievable damage to the health and environment for generations to come. Such a tragedy may occur from pure negligence, contributory negligence, or even failure to take necessary precautions in carrying on certain industrial activities. More often than not, the affected parties have to face avoidable damage and adversity that results from such disasters. The magnitude and extent of adverse impact on the financial soundness, social health, and upbringing of younger generation, including progenies, may have been beyond human expectations. In such situations, and where the laws are silent or are inadequate, the courts have unexceptionally stepped in to bridge the gaps, to provide for appropriate directions and guidelines to ensure that fundamentals of Article 21 of the Constitution of India, for short, the Constitution, are not violated. The Bhopal gas tragedy is a glaring example of such imbalances and adverse impacts whereby courts' intervention, poor and destitute, have been provided relief and rehabilitation. The court has been passing various directions right from the filing of this petition and has directed certain effective and positive steps to be taken by the Union of India as well as the state of Madhya Pradesh to ensure providing of appropriate medical treatment to the gas victims. It is no use referring to the different orders passed by this court from time to time in detail. However, we will be referring to some of the important orders in brief which have a bearing on the issue now pending before this court and for passing of the final directions. To begin with, the ICMR had undertaken certain research works immediately after the Bhopal disaster, and appropriate steps had been taken as claimed by the state and the central government to deal with the medical problems of the gas victims. However, it appears from the record and as has been averred before us that after 1994, the ICMR allegedly took an irrational decision to disband all Bhopal gas disaster related medical research. This abandoning of research work has been seriously criticized in the present petition. The advisory committee has been submitting its report from time to time, and it was assured by the state government that the said committee will be provided with all facilities and technical inputs. Then the ICMR conducted its research investigation in the form of 24 major research projects ranging from epidemiology to molecular biology implemented by 15 national institutes. Wide letter dated 17th February 2004 from the Director General of ICMR to the Government of Madhya Pradesh, it was indicated that with respect to future needs for research, ICMR would facilitate the Madhya Pradesh state government by constituting a committee of experts which would look into the work carried out between 1985 to 1994 as well as the subsequent research by the Center for Rehabilitation Studies under the Bhopal Gas Tragedy Relief and Rehabilitation Department, for short the BGTRRD Bhopal, from 1995 till date, so as to provide guidelines for future research. On 24th June 2010, the Union Cabinet passed a resolution directing the ICMR to establish a new permanent research center at Bhopal, which was done on 11th October 2010, namely the National Institute of Research in Environment Health, for short the NIREH. The research work is being continued by the ICMR while it submits its report to this court from time to time. The vision document was duly prepared by the NIEEH. The surveys conducted by the ICMR, including the epidemiological survey in 1994, showed multi-organ symptoms amongst the persons exposed, and there was tremendous increase in symptoms exhibited by the affected persons. There was even shortage of medicines, and various representations were made requesting improvement thereof. While order dated 17th September 2004, the court had spelt out the terms and conditions for the monitoring committee and the advisory committee. It related to procedural matters, functioning, and terms of reference of the respective committees. The paramount functions of the monitoring committee were to monitor suitability, availability, and maintenance of medical equipments, deployment of adequate and competent medical personnel, more specifically the treatment offered at the hospitals and the functioning of these hospitals run by the government for the Bhopal gas victims, purchase and availability of medicines to the affected persons, etc. Similarly, the advisory committee, while determining its own rules of procedure, was to examine the treatment practices currently followed by the medical personnel in the hospitals run by the government for these victims in relation to various ailments suffered by them. Further, this committee was to recommend and advise on the appropriate line of treatment to be offered to the Bhopal gas victims. Thank you.